Hello, I am back for another video. I wanted to go over what I did since last time. I had some downtime earlier and I made some changes. For one, I made symbols a little better at being parsed. I had forgotten that you can have an exclamation mark or a question mark at the end of a symbol. I think an equal sign and some other stuff. So I fixed that in the parser. I won't go over that code because it's pretty simple. And then I also implemented quoted symbols where you just put a colon in front of a string and it makes a symbol out of it. And I just noticed that I think when I inspect it, I need to show it with the quotes too, maybe. Well, I'll look at that later. And then also fixed object ID, so it no longer returns a string, it returns a number, and it's just an incrementing number that's global. And that won't allow us to be thread safe later, but I think there's some ways around that. So I'm not going to worry about it for now, but it is a global incrementing number, and every new object gets it. And then I retained the old pointer address for the default inspect, so it looks just like Ruby. So those are the things I've done since the last video, and I think there are a handful of other small things that I worked on. But for today, I wanted to implement true, false, and if if I feel like it or if I make good time, I'll do maybe some equality methods. At least maybe on object. I'd like to do object equals equals, the default one, and maybe do the one on numbers, integers. So that's my stretch goal, but definitely true and false. So in Ruby, that looks like this: true, and true dot class is true class, and similar for false, it's false class, and the superclass for that is just object. So we'll make that in our main.c file. My video like froze for a second. That was weird. Now I'm wondering if it's going to do it again. Looks fine. So that's the class hierarchy I need to make. I'm curious, false class.new, does that return anything? No, they've undefined the method. I don't think I'm going to worry about that. Probably in mine, you'll be able to do this for now, at least until I can undefine methods. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. So let's get to it. So where to start? I think here, just it's going to be similar to nil and nil class. So uh, right here I create nil class, add some methods to it, and then also create nil and set it in the environment. So let's just cheat and do the same exact thing for true class. And we're going to say this is true class. And actually, you know what? I'll just substitute nil for true. And where else? Did I miss any? True class, true class. I'm going to say this is true. That's highlighted like a keyword. Let's just call it true obj. And we'll say this is true. I think we'll need to go create that. We will. True and true obj. So yeah, I think that makes sense. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll substitute true for false, and then we'll substitute true for false. And did I get all of them? Yeah, I think I got them all. Okay, so that is most definitely going to fail. So let's do nil class C, and let's just save this as true class. And we'll change this to true. And change every nil. How my video is doing that again? It's so weird. I wonder, I bet that's going to be on the final video too. Well, I don't know what I can do about it. Let's do nil class to true class and look for nil, true, true, true. Is it the lighting? Oh well. Just make it a little smaller. Maybe it won't be as annoying and distracting. You know what? These don't need to be different, do they? Because it's always just going to be true. Let's just make sure. True, 2s, true, inspect. Yeah, it's always the same. So I can just use 2s for that. Asserts that it's that, true. I don't even know why I did it, all those extra steps. Let's just return that. And we'll save as false class. Oh, I just wrote RB. Did not mean to do that. Nat false class dot C. That's what I meant to write. False class. Let's just do this the manual way. False, 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 and false class. Okay, cool. Now we don't have a false class H, so let's do nil class H. Save as. We'll do true class first. A lot of busy work, sorry. Feel free to skip ahead if this is boring. True class, that's pretty simple. Save this as false class.h. And we'll change this to say false. And change this to say false. And we'll go back to main C because I didn't even have an inspect, so I'll just link this to 2s. My compiler doesn't care, it just goes by the name, the string here, so you can actually point to whatever function you want. And then the same here, 2s, because inspect just does the same thing as 2s. You know, I'm just going to get rid of this and keep recording. The video is distracting me. What if I turn it back on? Okay, if it does it again, I'm definitely turning it off. True class, we need that here. Yeah, get rid of the video. True class, and then false class. And as much as it pains me, I'm going to do this in alphabetical order. Some part of me wants those to be together, but I've been alphabetizing these. Gotta stick to the plan. True and false, and then we look it up, and this is definitely not nil. This is false obj, and this is true obj. Does that make you happy? All the red X's go away? No, all the red X's do not go away. What are you? Oh, right. Natalie H. I don't have that, so I'm going to do nil value true, and up here in the F, false. So now are you happy? Use of undeclared identifier nat value true. Did you mean nat value true? Oh, did I really type nil? Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. Something tells me I forgot something, but you know, sometimes you just go with it and see what happens. Amazingly enough, that actually works. And like I said, I believe this will work. No, that doesn't work. Function true class 2s, nat value true, nat value true. Okay, that is interesting. That is interesting. Because we don't set that on object. You know, I'm curious. We have the same problem with this one, right? Yeah, same problem. That's going to be a problem everywhere. I don't think I care right now. I'm going to come back and fix that. That's a problem. Do I care? Yeah, I do care. I'm not going to pretend like I don't care. Define singleton. Oops, not define singleton method. True class. I can't type new. We're going to do the same thing down here. False class. Oops. New. And we might as well, while we're at it, do it to nil class because it has the same problem. True class C, true class, oh yeah, I need to refresh. True class C, true class, come on, C. We're going to create this method for new. And the question is, do I make it work or do I make it raise an error? I'm going to say fix me, this method should not be defined. Yeah, so it needs to be undefined. I don't even know how Ruby undefines a method. Maybe it does put a stub there. Because in my implementation, if a method doesn't exist, then it just goes up the inheritance chain and finds it. But Ruby must be doing something else to say, hey, this method does not exist. So I'm not actually going to do that now. I'm just going to put this here and abort. Oops, gotta do a quote. Abort. And I'm going to do that. Yeah. Not true H. I'm going to do that here. At false H. Do that here. This is maybe not my favorite choice. Like it feels like I'm doing work that I'm just going to throw away later. But sometimes you just have to stub things out and come back, you know, as a placeholder and come back and fix it later. False class, this method should not be defined. And no class C. No class new, this method should not be defined. And then, yeah, I already did that. So if I do true class.new, it should write, yeah, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm gonna add all this. And edit examples, boolean.nat, and I'm gonna pretend this is a Ruby syntax, and let's just print true and print false, and yeah, that's all I really want to do right now. Boolean.nat, that should just print out, perfect. Which should be the same as puts. I guess that'll be that test. Perfect. I did think of something. I want to do this object ID test, which is poorly named and I need to change it. But I do want to guarantee that true is always true and false is always false. And while I'm here, I'm going to do nil is always nil. It should be the same set of objects. And let's just run all our tests and see if anything breaks. Now this was definitely not test-driven development because I ended up copying and pasting a lot, and I didn't feel like test-driven would really help me here. But yeah, I think we're good. I'm going to add that to my index. So that was not too hard. I think since we're only 15 minutes in, I'm going to try to do a little bit of equality stuff. At least on object and integer. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, equal equal. EQ EQ. Curious. Did I didn't do EQ EQ, right? I only thought about it. Yeah, okay. I had a vague recollection. I'm recording. What? Oh, Vim, help me here. That's not what I want to be in. Object. And see. I want to be back here. I want to do equal equal and equal equal EQL and EQUAL question, and actually these are at the top level. Oops. The top level, these do exactly the same thing. At the object level, they're not different implementations. They're only different on actual classes like integer and float and stuff like that. So we're going to define these. We're going to go to object C, and you know, I do want to do this kind of test driven. Let's write a new thing. Equality.net. And let's say, yeah, let's do print 2 equals 2. No, not 2 equals 2. Let's do O equals object.new, and let's print that O is equal to O, and O is equal to O, and O is equal to O. Those, yeah, those all should be true. 2 equals object.new. These should all be false. Oops. 2. I can't get the 2 in there. Come on, there we go. Those should all be false. So if I do Ruby examples equality, just to make sure, yeah, and then Natalie examples equality. Yeah, it did. Didn't even like my double equal. So I've got a parser bug. That's cool. Parser test. Operator method calls. I missed one. This should be sending equal equal to that. Ruby test. Natalie parser test. That one is definitely failing for the same reason. Perfect. Test-driven development. So fun. Operator. I just totally missed it. No, I got it right here. Equal equal. And this third one's a question mark. Why didn't that work? Oh, because I'm parsing assignment first. Oh, this is going to be painful. I just realized something. Interesting. Well, it may not be painful. Maybe I can just move this down a little bit and hope that I don't break everything. Actually, nothing changed. Nothing changed. A little surprised. Oh, Got a cat. Okay. Nothing. Oh, now something changed. Now something changed. Whoa. Whoa. That's not what I expected at all. I don't like this. Explicit message is the one that does operator, and that's because I just did an if statement here, and I checked for operator, and it should match this. Doesn't it can have spaces? It can have spaces, yes. Equal, double equals or triple equals should work. It's in parser 25. Okay. Parser. Oh, I'm already in parser 25. Expected end of expression? It's a little surprising. What did it think that is? What does it think that is? Where's my error at? Here it is. There's the error. This is what it has. Assign x nil. Assign x nil? What? Assign x to nil. No way. It should be matching this one first. Okay, well, we're just gonna narrow it down. I really got to figure out a way to focus a test with mini tests. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we're gonna comment all that out. So now the only code running is that code. What I want to do is I want to know why explicit message return nil. It wraps this one. I want to do binding.pry. Do I have pry? Pry is amazing. I don't even have a gem file. Forgot about that. Haven't needed it so far. Install pry. Make sure I have pry. Which Ruby? Which Ruby am I using? That's what? I don't understand. Okay, here I am. So I assume this is returning false or nil, but why? Where am I? I'm already here. How am I already here? What? What? Before I even get to this, x equals let's start there. This should be the very first expression. Is it a class? No. Is it a mod? No. Is it a method? No. Is it an explicit message? Oh, did I leave that there? I thought I got rid of that. Why expected output. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. Ah, man, weird things are happening on my computer. Why is this not running? There we go. Okay. Oh, because it's looping. Okay, that makes sense. I don't want to be here. Oh, it's matching assignment. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. So, it's matching an assignment. Ugh. This is gonna stink. Because of this left recursion, this thing I had to do to get around the left recursion, which essentially reverses the stack and starts with the receiver. What it has to do is it has to get the terminal first and then build up. And I'm not going to go into that tonight. It was a kind of brain warping exercise. But what it's doing is it's getting the terminal. But I think a terminal can't be an assignment. Like, could you ever in Ruby you can't do x equals 1 1. Like, you could do x equals 1. No, can't do that. Yeah, so this can never be a terminal for a message call. Okay, I think I got it. Expression. Let's just fix this. So this may not be too hard. Terminal expression. I don't even know if this is the right word for that, but that's what I'm using for now. So this cannot include assignment. Everything else, actually, let's not call this terminal expression. Let's call it message receiver expression. Yeah. Message receiver. So can a class receive a message? No. Can a module receive a message? No. Can a method receive a message? No. Well, actually, maybe. So if I do class foo and equals 1, oh, that actually does work. So a class can be the receiver message, but an assignment can't. So I'm just it's gonna be everything except an assignment for now. This might be wrong, but let's see, what did I call it again? Message receiver expression. Message receiver expression. So let's see what happens. Okay, well, it's a different issue now. No. No. Oh, we're getting closer. I'm going to add that to the index. Why? something tells me, no, it should be this one. Explicit message. Require pri, finding.pri. I'm going to do this again. We're back to here. Why are we back to here? This should return nil, right? Integer 2. Okay, we're going to do something really stupid. Just want to know which path it's going down. 1, 1, 1. Okay. None of the others at all? Wait, what? That's a little bit unexpected. So is it not matching? Let's do require pri here. Finding.pri. Is that the only one? Yep. Okay, so let's do this. It's here. Does this not match? No. Receiver. Receiver is integer 2. Why does this not match? My operator. Wait, what's my test look like? X equals 2. Whoa, receiver's 2? 2's on the right. 2's on the right? That should have been X. I might have to cut all this out of the video. This is going to be super boring to watch. I'm sorry. I feel so bad you have to watch this. It's painful. My brain refuses to believe this. That doesn't make sense. What's the receiver here? Because we got back here. Wild. It's like going backwards. That's the receiver, not the argument. And how did we get the 2 first? curious if I broke any other tests. Oh. Where's my pry? Get rid of that. I did break. I broke assignment. And I broke assignment. Dumb. Broke assignment. Maybe if I go down that path, I could figure out something. I don't know. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to guess that explicit message returned something. Probably. Yeah, send X. Wait, what? Let's just rewind that to where we started. Explicit message returned an X with no args? How? I think my logic here is maybe wrong. Yeah, I think I need to do this at least one more time. If node 2 is nil here, well, if node 2 is something, then we can continue. Node equals node 2. If not, then we have to reset. I can't really explain how I got there, but I did. I can't even explain this code very well. I think a mistake that it was making is it was getting the terminal, which in this case would just be X, and it was calling this inner here, and this was returning nil. If it returns nil the first time, then all you have is X. This whole thing and this wrap, again, I don't want to get into it too much, but anyway. So it was just a moment of realization for me to see that, and I'm not sure if that fixes all our tests, but it definitely, oh, let's get rid of that. What was I printing? I don't remember where I was printing that. Yeah, it was an expression, okay. Expression, let's put all this back. Let's see. Ignores comments. We're back to comments. And we still can't parse equal equal. Okay. Let's do the comment thing first because I have a feeling that that should be easy, I think. I don't think we can ignore comments there. Now, the more I think about it. Let's see, 174 in the test, 174. Integer 1, ignore me again. Does this work if there's just one comment? Now, which 176? Ah, yes. Uh, I'm just going to do this because it needs to ignore multiple comments. Something about the ordering that we had here, it was allowing us to skip multiple comments. I had the suspicion I would have to do this when I wrote this code. I'd have to have a while loop here. So it's kind of fun and interesting to have that confirmed finally after changing some other things. But basically, this should remove multiple comments. So now we're back to why we can't parse equal equal as an explicit message, as a message call, a message passing, a method call, whatever it is. 41 minutes. This might be my longest video yet, and half of it's in the parser. Bleh. I think parsing might be my least favorite of this whole process. Let's put our thingy back here, and let's just run equal equals 2. Let's just run this one. You know, I did remember something. I think, I'm just going to look that up real quick. Mini test run single test. There was a way to do that. No, I don't want to use a gem. Dash name. Dash name. Okay, cool. Let's just see if it takes that. That would definitely speed things up if I didn't have to comment out a whole bunch of stuff. I think this will accept a regex. Yes. So it's always nil. Okay. Good to know. Let's just print the receiver here. Is there ever a receiver? Yes. It's doing that thing backwards again. Yeah, okay, I was just making sure that didn't make a difference. It's doing it backwards again. I don't understand that. In my mind, this should be, first it should be send, what is it? Send nil x with no args. And then the second time through, actually no, there shouldn't be a second time through. Yeah. The second time through there would be sending, this is the receiver, and then this would be the args, and it would be integer, it would be 2. So that's what I would expect to see, but what I'm seeing is weird. I'm gonna take a break. I will be back. I'm back. My other headphones were dead. I got these out. Hopefully the sound is okay from the mic on these. And then also while I was waiting on some headphones to charge up, I figured out the issue with my parser. Sorry to leave it out of the video. It wasn't too thrilling. The gist of it was this was here was implicit message, which to me I was calling an implicit message was like foo space bar or like foo space 1 comma 2, which also would match foo. But you can't have this is our message receiver expression, so it can't be like you can't have another argument here, like say a string or something, and it's not going to assume you mean this, right? So what I realized was for this one, you can't have implicit message here. You have to have a message that has no argument. And so I made a new thing called a new terminal called no arg message, which basically is just a method name by itself or variable. And so that fixed my recursion issue, and that was what was getting the stack all backwards, and the receiver was the number 2 and all that junk. So I still haven't decided if I'm going to cut out all that pain. I think I might leave it in the video just to show like this is real world. What you get with me is just banging my head on a brick wall sometimes. This parser is now all the tests are passing for the for the parser. Definitely not passing for everything else because I haven't implemented object equal. So back to that, which is what we were originally trying to do. Object equal object C. This shouldn't be too hard at all because we're just going to compare the pointer. If it's the same object, then we're going to return true. So let's say if yeah, so we're going to assert that arg count is 1. And then we're going to get the arg, object args. We're going to say if self equals arg. If it's literally the same pointer, then we're going to return true, but not true in C. We're going to return our true object. And the way we do that is we look it up by its name, just like a variable. And if not, we're going to do false. And this may or may not work. Let's just see what happens. Ruby, no, not Ruby. Ben, Natalie, examples, equality.net. Segmentation fault, yay. I haven't got to do one of these on the video yet. Non-void function, nat object.c line 31. Always look at the warnings. Those are very helpful. 31. Oh, I didn't do return. Yep, so warnings. Warnings are good. Holy cow, it works. Okay, that just worked, right? Wait, what was our example? It's been so long now. Equality. We were testing that the same object is all 3 ways equal, and 2 different objects are all 3 ways not equal. So true, 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 false, false, false. Oh, this is so awesome. We've got time. Let's do integers. I can get it done less than an hour. Let's do integers. I'm so excited. This is my excited face. No, actually, this is my excited face. So let's no, let's just start over. So let's say 1 is equal to 1. We'll just do the double equal for now. I won't worry about the other ones. The EQL, I won't worry about. I don't remember how that actually works. That's why I had this cat thing up. Let's just look it up. EQL. Call by checking if the two objects refer to the same hash key. Oh, we don't have hash key. Yeah, so we won't do that. Yeah, we won't do that right now. This should be false. Is that all I need to do? Okay, so that should be true, 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 false, 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 true, false, right? Aha, so yeah, this one should have been true. And our test will catch that because we run the examples through Ruby and we run the examples through Natalie, and if they produce different results, then it's a failure. So that's how this works. For now, I'm going to have a real testing framework in Natalie eventually. But for now, that is how it works. So integer C, we will do our own EQ method, integer EQ. Make sure that there's one argument, make sure that it's a number. Doesn't have to be a number, because in Ruby you can do 1 equals nil and we'll say false, right? So let's just say if it's not a number, then you can just return false right away. Ev get ev false. Else we can do the work. Could say if actually I like doing the positive first. If it's an integer and self integer equals arg integer, then return true, and we need to put this in the header file, and we put in main.c integer under equals eq, and cross your fingers. It works. Oh, that's awesome. It works. All our tests are passing. Yes. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm going to commit this as, fix me. Yeah, those fix me's are okay. Because I do intend to fix those later. So, what do we do? Implement true, false, and equality methods. I didn't do it on string yet. Object equals object EQL and object EQL EQAL. I'll check if the object is the same object. And then integer equals checks if the number is this is equivalent. We did not implement string equals yet. Okay, cool. Well, if you stuck through it, thanks for watching. This was fun and painful. The parser stuff was painful for me, but the other stuff was really fun. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. And we'll talk to you next time.